Welcome to the Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. We're testing out my brand new video camera here. This is a Sony ZV-1 and Rode mic on there, and I'm giving it a shot. And we're going to actually do a video here on why I use a rubber grip on my bow. Leather works fantastic on longbows. A lot of recurves don't use a grip on them. I understand all that kind of stuff, but the reason I started doing this about, it's got to be pushing 20 years ago, was because of I started from bow fishing. When I was bow fishing, you get so much fish slime and scum and stuff like that on you that the leather just absorbs that. And pretty soon my bows would smell like carp and start to smell really bad. And the leather would be all kind of sticky and gooey and miserable, and I didn't like it. And so then I changed it on my bow fishing bow. Then I realized too that I like it better on my bow fishing bow, and since then I've always used it. But it's got some advantages. See, I just take a rubber bicycle tube here, as you can see. I'm testing again this new camera, so I'm checking that focus factor. But this is, and I'm hoping that's actually what's in focus, but this is just bicycle tube. That's all I got on there, just bike tube that I'm running. And but what it is the advantage to it is now it's impervious to everything. There's no scent factor that can be held into here. There's no DEET that's going to damage or mar my bow. I'm now going to be living in Georgia here in a few months. I'm going to be covered in DEET and bug spray all the time. It will not affect this. If this gets wet, it dries instantly. It does not hold moisture, does not hold water, does not hold scent, does not hold chemicals, it's impervious to all chemicals. It is the ultimate bow grip. And then on top of that too, if I look around here and find, here's one right here, we'll use for an example, but just a stick. When I am hunting from a tree stand, I can take this piece of stick, and we're going to come back in. Hopefully this is going to focus on there for you. We can wedge it right in there like that, and now when I put my arrow on there, put that in my pocket, when I put my arrow on there in a tree stand, that arrow will not fall off of there, because of the fact that that stick is there. When I'm ready to shoot, I could actually shoot right by that and it have zero effect on there. Again, working a camera here but so you can see it, but that would correct that and allow for that to be able to be used that way and shot. But what I normally do is when I have my bow hanging in a tree, it's hanging up there, that is in there, and keeps that, so even if the wind's blowing my bow around, nothing's happening. That stick won't let it fall off there. As you can see, it's not coming down. Okay, so it just keeps it right there nice and tight. But when I pull it off the tree, I just grab that stick and I flick it out like that, and now I'm ready to go and I'm ready to shoot. So that's another advantage to using a rubber grip, is I can do that. You can't really do that with a leather grip. You're not going to stick something into a leather grip very well. So having that rubber one gives me that option. A lot of times I keep a piece of zip tie just buried right in there, and if I need it, I just roll it back, grab it, and pull it up, and then it becomes an arrow holder. More than I start the season out with that on there, and usually what ends up happening is, you know, by the second hunt of the season, I've lost that zip tie. So you just reach up and grab a stick. If you're in a tree with no sticks, grab a piece of bark or, you know, whatever it is. And in my vest pocket, I always carry pieces of zip tie for that reason. So it just works really good. But for me, that's the purpose of that leather grip. That is why, or that rubber grip over leather. It is the ultimate, in my opinion, as far as a grip material, because of its impervious to everything. It is flawless in every way, and it is completely functional. I'm just resetting this one. Now you can, sometimes they may creep down on you a little bit, and I never paid attention, and I should have did it before the video. But you'll notice that I do a split shelf like that too. I have a shelf here, and then I have another one there. I don't run one continuous piece of shelf like that material, just a preference. But that rubber grip, now it also has a lot of tackiness to it, which is very important too. If my hands are wet, leather holds good. Leather is not bad. Regular recurve bows and stuff, wood bows, just wood, always felt very slippery to me. So even with my recurves, I would wear a glove system that had the little bumps on there that would make that better for me. But once I started going to these, like I said, this thing just locks in your hand, rock solid. It's a bike tube, so it's dirt cheap to change. Any size bike tube you gotta pick the one that's going to be best for you. I think I used the 1.75 inch like regular 20-inch bicycle tubes, or you could go with a 1.5 inch, or you can go with a 2-inch or a 2.25 inch. It's good to have these bike tubes anyway, so buy them, have them available for all the different things you're going to use. But like I said, you roll that right on. All you do to put them on is you take your quiver off, take your string off, start sliding it up the lower limb. Next time I got to put one on, I'll probably put it on social media, but you slide it up till it stops. Okay, once it stops, just start rolling it. It's going to roll over itself and turn into a little round, you know, donut right on your limb. Keep pushing it and rolling it and rolling it and roll it till you get it to about right here where you flip that edge over where you want, and then unroll it. It's so easy. So it's not complicated. Don't sit there and try to keep pulling and fighting it. Just put it on till it stops, and then roll it over itself. It'll turn into a little donut wrapped around there. Keep rolling that donut right up onto there, and then unspin it. Very simple process, well worth it. I love having a rubber grip. Like I said, when I build my bows, or when I have Steve build my bows, I tell him, don't even put a grip on it, because I'm going to rip it right off anyway. I do not want leather. Again, I'm using that camera, so before I shut this off, we're going to test a little bit of focusing and stuff like that this thing's got. I want to see, and what it does here, like that. So you're going to bear with me as I check it, but there we go. But anyway, that is it right there. Also, don't be afraid to check out my Patreon page on there too, where you got all that member exclusive benefits. It's links down in the description below for you. Hunting product of the week will be in the description below, as well as I will link these common sizes to these tubes down in that description below for you as well too. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm excited to see how this video turns out, being my first one with this new camera all set up in manual, and we will see how it's doing. So thanks for watching.